Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Awesome.
On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's good. Go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A second down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. We turn our attention to the Panthers as they come out here on offense, and it's been an interesting 3-year run. You look back to their Super Bowl appearance, then they dropped to 6-10 a couple of years ago. Last year back in the playoffs with 11 wins. So what in 2018?
I think a continuation of 2017 and an expansion on what we saw. It's always going to be a tough-minded team. They want to run the ball inside, and Cam Newton can be your short yardage runner as well as play the quarterback position and throw it. But they want to open things up. Remember, they drafted Christian McCaffrey last year, want to get him the ball in open space. They ended up drafting DJ Moore this year, so they want to be more explosive down the field throwing the football. And Luke Kuechly is a heck of a building block on defense. This is a team that fully expects to contend in the NFC South, and they think they can go much deeper in the playoffs.
To throw on second down is Newton. They got his man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Newton now on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got his target, Samuel. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Now Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Gano out to kick this one away. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3 year, but they faded a bit last year as they dropped to a good but not great 9-7.
The good thing for Dallas, they play in a pretty volatile division, the NFC East. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003, 2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think has worked its way through some adversity. They've lost some key veteran players along the way the last 2 years. So the face of the franchise, actually the face is quarterback Dak Prescott, but to me the guy who really makes them go, running back Ezekiel Elliott. If they get 16 out of him, expect Dallas to be in the thick of things.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They go to Elliott again. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it?
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. There goes Allen Hurns. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, his first touchdown in a Cowboy uniform. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now a first down throw for Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Off play action, Newton. Buying time to his left. Broken tackle. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Come on, come on, come on. Watch one. Eight. Let's go. Gun.
To throw on second down. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They start on the ground with Allen. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Get out.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now he'll escape to his right. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46. Let's go. Let's finish now.
10th carry now for Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Mario Addison. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the Panthers coming out now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Run with McCaffrey. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Go.
Play action, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting, he lost the football, it's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Let's go, get out, get out.
Again, it's Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Prescott from the gun on third. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
46.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott being chased out left. He may try and run for this. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now he's flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
46.
Prescott now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing is Newton. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Newton now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the Panthers, who were the least penalized team in the entire NFL last year, come up here on a 1st and 15. Able to get away. Flushed out right. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the 50, Newton. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Here we go.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They snap it to Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We're going to 54.
A give to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The give is to Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter in Denver. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail Newton now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Newton to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 23 yards on the play. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. From the red zone now, Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And there's the first NFL catch for the Maryland man, DJ Moore. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sean Lee. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Get out. Here you go. 26.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
46. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down. And partner, this first week, this first game.